What up, YouTube? How's it going out there? Now, I've been looking up lots of videos on E3. It's my big thing, man. I love video games. I love E3. I get hyped for E3. I get more hyped for E3 than I do the fucking Super Bowl. That's how hype I am about E3. I love seeing all the new games coming out. And I've seen from a lot of the content creators that I follow, they were pretty positive about E3. They said it was a great show, great games were shown, good reveals. They were pretty positive about it. But then you start to look at the comment section. If you partake in the comment section of some of these YouTube personalities, the gaming ones, you'll see that the fan base is not feeling that message. The fan base is not feeling that. They don't feel that E3 was a huge success. Some of them think it was the worst E3 ever, which I strongly disagree with that. But some people think that this E3 was lackluster and mediocre. Now, I watched all the conferences. I thought it was pretty good. So the question is, why, as a gamer, would you think this E3 was absolute trash? There's got to be a reason why. There's got to be some reasons why. Okay, well, doing some research on these videos, I've come to several conclusions on why people think this E3 was trash. And the number one, biggest of all, is that there's certain games that we know are announced, that we know are coming, that were no-shows, didn't show up for the big dance, weren't there, weren't talked about, wasn't breathed about. They was on everybody's mind in attendance, but they didn't get shown off by the developers or publishers. Now, as a gamer, your favorite game you've been waiting on for years to come, years in the past, ain't here at E3. You like, well, hold up. Is the game canceled? Is Microsoft behind this shit? They canceling shit like they did Scalebound? Chances are the game just ain't ready. It's different now. It's not like it was in the past with E3 where everybody corralled together, where, everybody corralled together and just boom, hit you with a game, hit you with a game, hit you with a game. EA was throwing out shit on Microsoft stage and Sony stage, and I wonder where EA's gonna be at. I wonder whose stage Bethesda's gonna be on. Nah, because these jokers got their own press conferences now. So you ain't getting that big, you ain't getting that big, Elder Scrolls 6 reveal at Sony's press conference going, oh, win for Sony. You're not getting that anymore. You're not getting Ubisoft at Microsoft's conference announcing Splinter Cell because they got their own conference. Everybody got their own conference now. And that takes away from the big three. And let's keep it real. Most people watch E3 for the big three. They do. Most people ain't checking for EA's conference. Most people ain't checking for Ubisoft's conference. Some people might be checking for, Bethesda's conference to see what they got cooking. But for the majority of the part, man, for the most part, people's watching the big three, and that's how you judge E3. That's how it's always been done. You judge the big three. Now, the big three is scrambling to get anything they can cooking on their stage because everybody's doing their own thing. And it's hurt E3. It has hurt E3, but it was this way last year. It was this way last year, and I think it was this way the year before that. So Bethesda not coming out on Microsoft stage showing shit other than Fallout 76, which I'm not interested in, showing some shit, doesn't really affect my overall view of E3 because I expect that. I'm not tempering my expectations, but I'm realistic. I know Bethesda's got their own thing to show at their own conference, and they got an hour and a half or an hour to fill up stage time with shit. They're going to do it at their own conference. They're not checking for Microsoft or Sony. They're doing their own thing. And a lot of people, it's hurt E3 for a lot of people. So I would suggest to everybody, realize that these motherfuckers is all got their own conferences. So they ain't going to be showing no big reveals here, no big reveals there. They're going to show their shit at their own conference. So, get your expectations right, folks. Get your expectations right, folks. Some of the big games, though, that we expected to see that didn't see, Rocksteady Superman game. Everybody on YouTube was talking about this game. Rocksteady's going to save Superman. Rocksteady's going to save the DCEU. Rocksteady ain't saving the DCEU. Rocksteady don't care about saving the DCEU. Rocksteady cares about selling Rocksteady games, not about saving the DCEU. That's Warner Brothers' problem. That's Warner Brothers Studios' fucking problem, and that ain't their problem. What Rocksteady's trying to do is make the best game they can possibly make. Now, there was all these rumors that they're making a Superman game. Has that been confirmed by Rocksteady? I have not seen Rocksteady say that once. I heard them asked. I've seen videos where they've been asked that several times, and they're like, oh, it'd be kind of hard to make a Superman game. The dude's got every power under the sun. To me, it seemed like they was not interested in making one from what the interviews I've seen. But everybody had it in the head, had it in their little brain, that Rocksteady was making a Superman game and they was going to show it at E3. Who they going to show it at? They going to show it at Microsoft's conference or Sony's conference? Where they going to show it at? Dude, they ain't show it nowhere. There was even some people like, are they going to show it on the Nintendo Switch and Nintendo's Direct? Mic drop moment. Get real. Nintendo Switch, man, I got one. It's great. But that motherfucking Nintendo Switch can't even run Arkham Knight. How it going to run a Superman game that Rocksteady is apparently making, which they haven't even confirmed it. So people upset at E3 because they didn't see Rocksteady's Superman game. You was never going to see it because it ain't been confirmed that they're making it. You know what I'm saying? It has not been confirmed they're making it. For all we know, Rocksteady's making another fucking Batman game. And I hope to God they're not. Because that last Batman game, Arkham Knight, was trash. And after playing Arkham Knight, do you really want Rocksteady, that Rocksteady, making a Superman game? If you a DC fan, do you really want them, the ones that made the last, was Arkham Knight, making a Superman game? Do you trust them to do that? Because I played Arkham Knight and it was a bumbling fucking mess. It was a trash game. It was a trash game that everybody praised because it was Rocksteady. It was bold and brave to put the Batmobile in 99% of the game. I thought it was boring and trash. Do you really want them making it? I don't know if I do. The more I think about it, I'm thinking I'd like to have somebody else do it. I'd like to have somebody else do it. Somebody that's hungry. Somebody that ain't resting on their laurels. You know what I'm saying? Rocksteady's basically made the same game 3 times already and nothing else. So I don't trust them with Superman right now. Plus, they're Batman fangirls. They are. They're Batman fangirls. And that's what they care about is Batman. And that's what they want to do is Batman. So do you trust some Batman fangirls making a Superman game? I don't. I want to see somebody else make a Superman game. Somebody who loves Superman to make a Superman game. So people were disappointed because that wasn't there. People are also disappointed because at Nintendo's Direct, from what I'm seeing, in Nintendo's Direct, we didn't see Metroid Prime 4. Do you not know how Nintendo does things? Are you not savvy? Huh? Are you not savvy? This is how Nintendo does things, man. Nintendo's not going to show Metroid Prime 4 at E3 because the game ain't coming out this year. It's coming out probably next year. They'll probably show it next year at E3. If they do, they might show it at a random-ass Direct. Nintendo's on some other shit. Nintendo, I said in the comment section of somebody's video, I said, why did Nintendo even show up to E3? It wasn't even necessary for them to do that. You could tell in their conference that they got so much swag that they don't even care. And they did a good show, but they don't even care. They don't need E3. They recorded videos and sent them out there to the Ethernet, and that was their E3. And then they had a little treat house. That's Nintendo. They're on some other shit. They're different than everybody else. They're not like Sony and Microsoft. I didn't expect to see Metroid Prime 4. You know what I'm saying? Nintendo, they came out swinging when the Switch launched, and they knocked everybody out. And now they're just coasting to the rest of the rounds, bobbing and weaving. They're doing the Muhammad Ali rope-a-dope because that's all they got to do right now. So why do more? Why show Metroid Prime 4 when you ain't got to show it yet? They're trying to sell you Smash Brothers. They want you to buy Smash Brothers. That's what they want. They don't want you to be checking for Metroid Prime right now. They want you to buy Smash Brothers. That's what this is. This whole E3 is about selling you on games. They're selling you Smash Brothers right now. Their big game next year is Metroid Prime 4. Because they ain't going to have Mario ready next year. They ain't going to have Zelda ready next year. You know what I'm saying? Metroid Prime is getting the shine next year. And then the year after that, who knows? Maybe a Zelda, maybe a Mario. They're not going to do what they did the launch of the Switch year. And that was all by accident anyway. The Wii U failed. That's why we got Breath of the Wild on the Switch. Mario was going to be a Switch launch title, I guarantee it, or a Switch day one title, or a title that came out in the first year of the Switch. But Zelda wasn't supposed to be. Zelda was supposed to be Wii U exclusive. They pushed that shit back. It was like, we launching this on the Switch. That was a happy accident for gamers. Plain and simple. That wasn't in the playbook, I don't think. So, people didn't see Metroid Prime 4, so they're upset. They're upset at Superman. They're upset at Metroid Prime 4. Man, what else you got, dude? What else you got? You know what I'm saying? I've seen some people saying that the gameplay footage of Last of Us 2 was all stage bullshit. Didn't they have somebody on stage with the controller? Weren't people checking for that, seeing like the dude on stage with the controller? The game probably just looks that good. If it's fucking Naughty Dog, you can't doubt how good their gameplay looks. Have you not played Uncharted 4? Did you not play The Last of Us? Did you not play Uncharted 2, 3, 1? This is Naughty Dog. This is what they do, man. That game looks flawless because I guarantee it is. I guarantee it is a masterpiece. You can put your money, your house, and your food stamps on that. That game is a masterpiece. It looks perfect because it probably is, man. It's Naughty Dog. People were complaining about not seeing certain games, about the conferences being too long and boring, Ubisoft, EA. Look, when I come to checking for E3, I don't check for Ubisoft. I don't check for EA. I check for Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo, and I see what they bring to the table. And that's how I judge E3. People are being way too hard on E3 this year. Way too hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's insane. You can't please nobody. You can't please nobody. They showed Devil May Cry 5, and people was flipping about Homeboy's hair. He got a haircut, and now you don't want to play the game? Who gives a flying fuck about his haircut? I don't. He could have a bald head. It's still Nero. Didn't you see him rev his fucking sword up? Man, that's dope. People checking for haircuts and shit at E3. Man, that's crazy, man. What's wrong with people checking, flipping over haircuts? Who cares, man? As long as it's Devil May Cry gameplay and it's that character, that same voice actor's there. Fucking Black Ranger from Power Rangers. Dude from Trigun. He's in all the animes, man. I think he was even in the Akira movie, man. Dubbed over one of the Akira characters, man. Might have been, he wasn't Tetsuya's Canada, I think. In the fucking Akira movie. Man, dude's a legend on the voice game, dude. And he's back again doing his thing as Nero. Man, that game looks legit. People complain about that shit. People are being too hard on E3 because I don't know if y'all had y'all expectations up too high. Are y'all upset about games that ain't even announced, haven't been confirmed, ain't on the cover of Game Informer, ain't on the cover of shit, have not been confirmed, leaked, nothing. You confused and upset about that? Man, that's crazy talk, man. That's crazy talk. E3 this year was good. Was EA's conference was trash? Of course, but that's EA. That don't count. I don't count EA, Ubisoft, Bethesda, Square Enix, none of that shit, man. People's mad that they didn't see Final Fantasy VII Remake. Didn't you hear the news? They restarted that game from scratch. After 3 years of development, started the game over from scratch. You ain't seeing that shit till the PlayStation 6. You can bank on that. So you might as well just go ahead and forget that. You can go ahead and chalk that up as an L. They want to do episodic shit too with that game. You ain't seeing that game until the PlayStation 6. And yes, I said 6, not 5. You know what I'm saying? There will be the Xbox will probably be some kind of thing on your fucking wrist by the time that shit comes out. Nintendo will have the Nintendo butt plug by the time that shit comes out, man. It ain't coming out for a long time because it's Square Enix. And do you really want Square Enix remaking Final Fantasy VII? The coveted Final Fantasy VII? Do you trust them? Do you trust Square Enix with making the Final Fantasy? Are you mad that they didn't show up at E3 with a trailer for Final Fantasy VII? Do you trust them to make that game? Because I sure the fuck don't. The last time Square Enix made a good game was Final Fantasy X. And there's people that debate that. I think that game was a masterpiece. But that's the last time they made a good game, in my opinion. You can't even say Nier Automata, because guess what? Platinum Games made that shit. Square Enix published it. It's the difference. They didn't do shit but publish. So, do you trust Square Enix to make Final Fantasy VII again? I fucking don't. Final Fantasy, was it 15, 14? I think it was 15. Was absolute trash. Subpar average game. Trash. Trash game. Trust them to remake a classic. Get the fuck out of here. People want Chrono Trigger to come back, Chrono Cross to come back, updated graphics. Do you trust them to do that? Man, they better not touch Chrono Trigger or Chrono Cross, man. Port that motherfucking shit just the way it is to the Switch and call it a day. You know what I'm saying? Don't even try to update graphics and nothing, because I don't trust you. I don't trust you. You know what I'm saying? The relationship is done. The trust is over. You done cheated on me. You done. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand. You want them to make that game over, but you know it's not going to be good. So why you tripping over it? And people are way too hard on E3 this year. Way too hard. You can't please gamers no more, man. You can't please them. Fortnite come to the Switch. People mad that Sony won't let you bring your account over. It's fucking Sony. You expect them to? Come on now. E3 this year was not bad. It was good. It was good. And the people that's complaining about it is being little babies. You're being little babies. It was a good show. What'd you expect? The shit Sony showed was unreal. Shit we knew, but it was unreal. Were there surprises? No. They said there wasn't going to be none. They said there was going to be no surprises. Microsoft showed a bunch of shit, announced new studios. Everybody wants them to make more first-party games, to focus on first-party. They announced 5 studios. What more do you want? Do you want them to get a magical unicorn, pull on its horn and tug on it till some magical games spray out of there right now? Because that ain't going to happen. It's going to take time. Those games those 5 studios are working on, trust me, they ain't coming to the one. The Xbox One is done. It's done. Microsoft looked at the numbers and threw in the motherfucking towel. They're done. You ain't catching Sony. Nintendo will catch Sony before Microsoft catches Sony. They know that. They're like, fuck it. We might have lost the battle, but we gonna win the war. Let's get 5 studios and get them cooking on something for the next system. And those games that motherfuckers are working on will be launch titles for the next system. And trust me, they've been deep in development on that next system for a good while. Probably when the Xbox One X came out, they was finishing up the last one. I mean, the new one that's coming out. And these studios was getting busy hammering home some games on it. You know what I'm saying? Hellblade, Senua Sacrifice. That motherfucking game, man. Ninja Theory was checking out that One X, looking at all the shit it can do. Like, okay, we can get nasty with this. We can get nasty with this. Microsoft gave them probably the dev kit for the new joint. It was like, check this shit out. And they hammered home something classic on that shit. Telling you. You know what I'm saying? Microsoft did what they needed to do. They did what we all knew they was going to do. They threw in the towel pretty much. Said, these studios, they're making games. Not for this system, though. They mumbled it. Not for this system, though. You know what I'm saying? I think E3 was good this year. People are checking. People like expecting way too much. Getting a little upset. A little in your feelings over it. Because your favorite game wasn't shown. That might have been announced. Look. They're trying to sell you these games. Those other games, they ain't trying to sell you those right now. They just ain't. And trust me, if it's a game you think is big and it's coming out this year and it wasn't on Sony stage, it wasn't on Microsoft stage, and it's coming out this year, chances are that game is just not that good. I know it hurts. I know it hurts. Chances are that game is just not that good. Because you bring the heat at E3, and they was bringing the heat at E3. Some of the games, man, they come into the system, but they just subpar shit. And they're like, we're not putting this subpar shit on our stage, on our show. Sony's like, we're not bringing any surprises because we got 4 fucking badass games. Nintendo's like, we're selling Smash Brothers this year. That's it. We want you to buy Smash Brothers. That's it. And Mario Party, that's it. Next year we got some Metroid Prime for your ass. Holiday season. Nintendo's got it figured out to a fucking science. They do. They got it figured out to a science. So everybody did good at E3 in my opinion. Everybody did good. You know what I'm saying? Everybody did what they needed to do. You know what I'm saying? To keep you happy with your system. If you ain't happy with your system after seeing E3, say you got an Xbox and you ain't happy with Xbox after seeing E3, sell the joint, be done with it. Don't touch it again. Don't touch their products again. Because I don't know what else they could have done to make you be like, okay, they with it. They with it. You know what I'm saying? If you got a PlayStation 4 and you think about selling it after E3, then you might want to just quit gaming altogether because the shit they show was amazing. If you got a Nintendo Switch and you looked at E3 and said, man, this is all kiddie shit, blah, 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 you bought a Nintendo. Do you know what kind of games they make? Educate yourself before you buy a fucking system. So E3 to me this year was good. I understand. You didn't see what you wanted. Tough titty. I thought it was great, man. People are being babies and complaining too fucking much.